Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and my stint into the hydrogen world is over. I will not scrap this ship, but we will rebuilding is also the wrong word. We will change this ship to use normal thrusters and ion thrusters. Maybe keep the hydrogen on there, but reduce it to maybe only have one of the thrusters here and then go with normal atmospherics and ion thrusters. This whole thing is too heavy, and with inventories on here that can fill up, we just have too much weight on the whole thing. But before I continue, by the way, I want to send greetings to K-Max. One of my viewers sent me a comment and said, hey, you are mentioned in K-Max's videos. And I immediately took a look at it, and he founded Duchessa, and that's not... he found it before, but he did some work on it, and so he mentioned me in there. So I want to just give the greetings back. Good. Back to this topic here. I did some more landings and some more crashing, and I even reduced the inventory size. We are now on 3 times the inventory size. We had some talks about how inventories are how the whole inventory thing is dealt with. For me, this pure hydrogen thing doesn't work. This may be... I don't know. This a lot of people sent me comments and said maybe and change it, and we talked about that on the Discord. By the way, the link is in the description. And talked about how I should change the ship, and I know that a mixture of thrusters works the best, but I wanted to see if I could use the hydrogen thrusters as all-around thrusters, and they are not all-around thrusters. They're good to go into space and bring light ships back onto the ground. Everything in between, the thrusters just take up too much fuel, take up too much ice. The tons of ice that I just used up flying in space are crazy already. So that's no good. The problem that we always have with having a mixture of thrusters, and maybe I have to decide against the hydrogen thrusters, is because I can't turn them off with the vector thrust script. I had also someone tell me that there might be a bug with the oxygen generators, that they take more oxygen than they should, or they take more ice than they should. That can all be true. I'm absolutely not sure how that works, and yeah, this might definitely all be true. I can't do anything about it. We will change this and use the thing that works for us. We already have a working ship on the planet that works with a mixture of atmospherics and ion thrusters, so that's what we will go to. Yeah, I will work on this, change it, because I need to go back to the planet. I want to do some work on the planet today with a ship, not a ship, with a build there. So I hope this is enough now. I have gone to the more traditional method, at least in my world. The speed mod that I'm using makes things like this a lot easier than if I would be not using it. The speed mod makes stuff like this possible. So I will go back to the planet now, and then we start a similar project there. I talked about that. I want to build a bit of a working mobile platform, so something similar for the planet. Something that I can drive to a certain space, then build there, or use it to not drill, but to the word. Gimme the word. Something that I can use to I want to build helper on the planet that I can move. Something to build, something to, when I'm drilling, when I'm personally mining, I want to have something that picks up the stuff and all these things. And we soon have to go back to the trike and bring it into shape later. That also has to happen. Good, I will go back to the planet now. So this is the problem with making content for YouTube. You record for 6 minutes and then you do something for 2 hours just to go back to this planet. I have to go back to normal ships with not these the vector thrust, I think, to have better cargo transport or small transports from orbit to the planet. I have the feeling it took 2 hours to basically realize that the ship that I have in orbit, it doesn't work as it should be. No amount of braking, no amount of going slow helped me getting back into the atmosphere, although it even has more thrusters than this one. I have put more reactors on here, and the only thing that it has more than this ship here is cargo containers. There seems to be something up with cargo containers and how everything behaves in cargo containers, the weight and all this stuff. I cannot tell you how the whole stuff is calculated because the other ship is not, I'm not possible to go and land it. I crashed 5 times or something like that, but that's not the thing for today. So what I want to do today is build another car that is able to move around on the planet. I'm thinking about 6 wheels, and then I want to put a built-in repair system on it. I want to put cargo on it so that I can go from side to side and build stuff wherever we need it. We could make this as a flying vehicle. I want to use a car for now, and let's hope it doesn't explode again and destroy the area around it. So what we need first is we need blocks, we need reactor, we need all the usual things. A cockpit, I will go with a bit more traditional cockpit here. And we need a landing leg, a small one, to have a start. We need wheels later. I think I don't need a gyroscope. I don't want to do anything fancy like with the ice sailor or something. We just go for a wheeled vehicle, not more. Good. Let me bring down there it is, and I lost all my stuff because I died when I came down here, and So I need to pick up materials again. Now with the lower with the lower amount of cargo space I have, I really run into the problem that yeah, stuff like that runs out eventually. Good. This thing, then we pop some blocks on there. Just bring it up a bit, and then let us go for a bit of a backbone for that thing. So what I want to build in the end is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. What I want to build is something similar to what I had on the first planetary world. I had a 6-wheeled vehicle that was able to load stuff on it. It was just to get around on a moon. And here we do something similar. I need to take into account for the width of the wheels and the width of the cargo containers and all that stuff, for example. So a large cargo container is, I think, 5 by 5 in the small. Yes, so we will go with at least 5 for the platform. Maybe one more until we can attach the wheels, so that we have a bit of a and then put on the wheels. We will go with 3 by 3s. I think that's enough, or do we need? Nah, I don't want to go for crazy big wheels. This is the okay. This is right, and this is left. That's one thing I noticed while building the Trigus, that there's now different. See that? There's different types of suspensions now, so that the wheels are handled in the right way. I have the feeling it could just have to do with the profile on them. They did something that the profile is not going into the other direction. I don't really care for that at the moment. Good. How many cargo containers do I want to have? I think I want to have at least 4 on the back. And then we have to see how we do the front, because one thing I wanted to figure out is pistons. Is there? No, there's not. 9. Okay, there's no bigger variant for pistons. Then the plan that I had is not achievable. Or I have to do tricks with large rotor heads on smaller rotors. Let me test something if that's possible. So I have had the idea to have a piston arm on the thing where I put the built-in repair system on the front. Okay, we could try it with the advanced rotor. And I did that with the ship already. So the the build ship had kind of the same premise with the big the big how's that called, trunk? Is it an elephant trunk? This big pylon in the front that is able to go closer to an eventual project that I built without having to fly the whole ship next to it and maybe crash into it. And I want to have a similar thing on here. So what I now need to do is get rid of the rotor heads and see. I cannot use this one. The small one would just defeat the purpose. I need to take a look if the advanced rotor is able to do that. Give me a panel. One of these. Because I want to put a big piston on there so that I can rotate it in place, maybe lift it up a bit, or bring it down. That's one thing we will have to see if that works out. If it does, then we could have our trunk sticking out there. And okay, no. There's no way to put a big rotor head on here. That's too bad. With the small one, it will not be possible. There's no way to transfer items through the rotor then anyway. So, can I? Let me see. I think that's not possible, but I never tested it, so let us test if we put the bigger conveyors on here. Conveyors. We also could test the rotor hinges. Maybe I will just grab them too. So the bigger... The bigger conveyors, can they accept the pistons, the larger ones? No. So if I would want to have something like that, then I would have to constantly have it stick out. And that's not the plan that I have. So maybe then I will just have to go with the 25 meters that the build and repair system has anyways, because this we could also use to, for example, dig. If I dig in the ground or something like that, then we also could use this system to bring the build and repair system closer to the whole thing, but this doesn't work. For digging it would work because the build and repair system just needs, for digging it would just need the smaller ones, but for components it would need the bigger conveyors. So if we make it permanent on there, then we don't need the rotor, I would say. Although, let us see. First, we start by building one side of the whole thing, and that might then make the whole difference. Maybe I can then go with I'm not too happy with this. Let me build the chassis, the bottom of the whole thing, and then we will continue with how to... Oh, I did something wrong. I have to change a bit here, but I will do that now. Build the chassis, and then I will go set up some of the containers, the cockpit, and then we can think about the whole trunk building pylon again. Okay. I have a stable platform now here that I can use to transport this around. But the problem that I see right now is that this is fairly big. And with the plan I have for this, I could only fit 2 of the 2 cargo containers on here. This whole size thing on... This whole size thing on in Space Engineers is just... It's not me. So, what I want to do... One question I have is, did they change something about the small... Oh, what's happening now? Now it's getting night. Let me do something about that. Yeah, the whole size thing is a real problem with it. Okay, what we need now is an advanced rotor, or multiple ones. I want to have the build and repair system. Then the big conveyors. And so let us see if that works. We could run into problems here because the tolerances could be too... Yeah, this could nick us here. No, it works! Yes. Okay, I want to have this. And then we build out a few blocks. Just so that we can... No! Why? To the front. We can't work with pistons, so we have to work with other things that we can utilize when it comes to transferring components through to the build and repair system. Okay. Here I could end up running into problems, but the whole thing will be freakishly big. Freakishly big. Although I don't want it to be freakishly big. Okay. Let me go back. Does it fit? I might have to do some regulating with the okay, this, and then the rest will just hang on the back, because I thought that maybe having something like something like is it 0? 0, okay. And then put another something like a head on the back that we can use to maybe also connect it up to connectors or something like that would be nice. Oh, the weight. The weight is getting problematic. So what I should do is have a connector And put that, should I put that here or on the other side? I think I will put that here. Because if we really need it, we can spin it around. And now we need to give it a bit more strength on the back. So let me go and use these. And just bring it up again. It's still sitting a bit leaned back. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. This might be just too big. This might be just too big. So, what I need to do is grab. Can this thing move? It still can move. But I don't know. This is too big. This is just too big. This doesn't work out, people. This doesn't work out. Let me see. I want to have the rotors say where they are. Okay, rotor, advanced rotor 2 is the first thing I need to set. Current angle is 0. And we will go and push this number down, and the braking torque we will bring to roughly the same number, because having 1 million Newton there, that would be, no, it's more, it's one, I don't know, it's so much. So the lower limit I think should be, the lower limit should be 0, and the upper limit, or let's go to I need to see that. Let's go to 1. Current angle is 1. Is it down or it's down? So the lower limit will be -1. -1. So that it doesn't, what I want to do is, I can't show it. The front, the stuff that's to the right now, should point up just a bit up. And then we need to change this. We need to go and have the lower limit here be -90. No, -90. 90 degree, and then we reverse that. Okay, but the good thing is now we can see that it stays. It should stay. Oh no. Okay, and then the other limit needs to be minus. Let us go for -2, and then we reverse that so that it can get back down. Okay, nice. Now the the other limit, the advanced rotor. The other one is called advanced rotor 2. Okay, let's. This is 3. Yes, okay. The advanced rotor 3 will be. Now I have to think the same way. So we will go down, bring this up. Lower limit will be 180 minus 180, or is it, if I go, this is so, okay, this top is 0. I want 2 and 180, but I think I need to go positive there. Okay, advanced rotor 3 should be 2 and 180. Is that right? And then reverse that. 2. Okay, now it stops there. And let's go into the other direction just so that I can see. The problem is I don't have, at the moment, I don't have a proper. We need a weight on the back, I think, otherwise this will pull us forward. So that's one thing we need to do. Maybe that way we can realize more cargo containers on the back. See that? This will not end well. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. 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 Now we need to bring that back. I should have thought that through a bit more. I didn't really think that through. But at least we can see that the wheels behave relatively well. Or? I would even suggest that we should even go for 270 with this rotor. Because if we go to 270, we can lift the first one, the short one, up, and then have this one rotate to 90 degrees. That should even work better. I know that there is something like a robot arm script out there. I should take a look at that. Maybe we could, but I will not do that today. Maybe we can work with that. What do you say to that? Is that feasible? Should I continue with this, or should we work on something else? I like the idea, but maybe I need to change these around. But maybe we should. I don't know, maybe we should work on something else. This seems to be not too feasible here. Not sure. What do you say? Let me know what you say. I think I will end it here. This whole thing took longer than I thought. We now have this concept, and I want to hear if the or if this concept leads to anything, maybe you can tell me. Good people. This is too crazy. The idea is good, but I can't record anymore. That doesn't work. People, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like on this video. Take a look at the description. There's all the links to social media, Discord, all that stuff. And I hope to see you in the next video. See ya, guys.